What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Elune video here on the channel, and today's a very special day because today is our first official video being sponsored by Gamevil, the creators of Elune. And so what that means, guys, similar to Gung-Ho, we are going to be in the direct line of communication to the CMs, which are then in the direct line of communication to the developers for the game. So that being said, guys, if you guys have anything you guys want relayed to them, make sure you guys definitely drop a like down below and leave us any comments you guys have for any kind of questions, concerns, ideas you guys would like to be implemented in the game, anything to that extent, and I will definitely relay those to the CMs for you guys. But definitely make sure you guys follow their Facebook page, follow their Discord, make sure you guys tell them you're a viewer or subscriber of Eze the Gamer, so they know different people are reaching. So hopefully we're going to be getting coupon codes for you guys, different rewards hopefully throughout the channel. I keep pushing it. So I've only been inducted since actually Friday. So this has been like the first video I've recorded since Friday, being I had a lot of pre-record videos prior. So, but if you guys have any questions about anything, definitely let me know. And I'll do my best to keep it going, and I'm hoping we do get some big marketing coming up down for the game, so that way we can keep growing and growing the player base for Elune and going forward. So in light of that, for today, I wanted to use today's video to talk about my top things of me personally that I feel could improve the game or make the game better. Now, my top 5 would be like marketing, but unfortunately, I do not control the marketing budget for Gamevil, so I cannot do that. But I can give them suggestions that hopefully might bring old players back, might bring new players into the game when they see it, because I truly feel at its core, Elune has the best features as an RPG, sort of idle/mobile game on the market right now. So, of things I've experienced in other games, of what I would like to see done, that's what I'm going to work into today in today's video. So the first thing I want to talk about is going to be World Boss Mode. So we go into our World Boss Mode. This is what you guys have to do every day. I'm in the top 600 currently right now. But this is what you guys do. You guys make your teams. Every week we have a different, whatever thing to do. And, you have to go along with whatever characteristic fits best. So, like this week, for instance, on the main boss where you're dealing the damage for Guardian of Balance, you want to use magic dealers, right? Then Providence Watcher, you want to use the Groggy effect. So the Groggy effect for this week is physical effects. And then Destiny Watcher is going to be based off nature effects, right? Pretty simple, right? So next, when we move on from that, the big thing I want to talk about is the rewards system. So you guys see here, this is rewards you get. You are going to get daily rewards of the world boss points every day. I think right now I'm getting something like 130 for my I'm ranging between 1.4 or 1.6 million score for my 2 runs a day. So if you're on par with what I'm doing, then you guys per day should be getting close to 300. But the problem is, even for your weekly rank, it is insanely low for what you get out of it. So what I'm going to talk about in detail is going to be the shop. So the shop, we have 3 different ways you guys can purchase your exclusive gear, and that is going to be your last and 7th gear slot, where it's going to give you, and keep in mind, you guys can use exclusive gear on any hero. Even you can give a epic piece of gear to a legendary hero, and then vice versa, a legendary piece of gear to an epic hero. But you're only going to get the ability of that gear if it's on that said named hero. But the problem also, that's another lining is with this whole system, is that you only get 1 level up on one particular skill. And of the 3 I've gotten so far, because I haven't cashed it in a while, have been for their skill 1s, which typically was what we don't want. We want to be seeing the level ups on our skill 2, skill 3. So it's actually impossible currently in the game to have all 3 of your skills at level 7. So that's the big issue. I think it just needs to be removed, and I feel that you need to just give the level up to all 3 skills. Now, why I say that is because there are still certain substats and certain roles you're going to get on those pieces of gear as well. So if I go into my gear right now, that's not what I do. We go into our gear right now, our exclusive gear. So for instance, the Cat Claw is magic defense. And then if I enhance it, I'm going to get substats. And this skill, though, is only for Seraphine, right? So let's go to this one, because this one's actually +4. You are going to get substats just like normally. So I believe every 3 levels, you're going to get substats. And I put this obviously on my Rebe because we have a crit power main substat. So every time you get certain levels, you are going to add more crit power to the main stat, as well as getting different substats throughout the time. But the problem is how expensive it is to do that. So let's go back to the shop, and then you guys see here 1,500 points to get an epic piece, which means you guarantee you're not going to be able to get a legendary. If you want the gamble shot of, it's 1,000 more to get epic to legendary, and then if you want purely you're going after for your legendaries, 6,000. So the amount you get per week and the amount you get per run is so low that you basically, it's going to take forever to fill out certain units in this game. So I feel this whole system needs to be reworked. I feel the gear should increase the levels on all your skills, and I feel that we need to be getting significantly more, or they need to be reducing the cost on this. So that's my big first issue currently that I have with the game. So moving on to the next issue I'm going to talk about is going to be for air battle. So, you know, we walk in and get demoted. That's cool though. It's fine. But anyway, so today we're going to be talking about air battle, and not really necessarily, like, I'm okay with the system. I know they're going to be revamping this to where if you take losses, you now are going to get demoted. You could lose points, similar like how Epic 7 does theirs, which is totally fine. I don't have an issue with that part, but what I do want to see them do is what Overhit started to do when they first started, as well as what Destiny Knights was big on, was doing multiple different types of PvP air battle specialties to use heroes that you wouldn't normally use for PvP or other modes. Outside of just World Boss, because World Boss is just like, they're doing all these different crazy things with groggy states and making us like have to build all these different heroes, which relies a big issue with skill gems and gear and skill ups and all that craziness, but whatever. The whole point is with this, I feel like to try to like make it even more, if we want to build more heroes and more heroes, which honestly for resource gathering, this game is probably one of the most friendly as far as getting gear and getting skill ups and things like that, because you can farm skill ups daily with the pirates, which is really, really nice, and they did give us a pirate buff, so I do commend them for that. But I feel they need to do a specialty arena every week, or every other week, or every couple of days, however they want to do it, to where we can get different rewards for that as well. Maybe we can get the same medal points that will make the grind for Nico not as bad, and get different entries. Maybe get only like five medal entries or 6 medal entries, that you could hold as opposed to 10 for the regular. But that was one thing that was super, super cool with Destiny Knights, is the constant different types of different PvP battles that you could be doing, like 3-star only, 4-star only, you know, had to have a certain element, you know, things like that. So like male only, you know, minimum of 3 tanks, minimum of 3 healers, minimum of 3 DPS, minimum of 3 supporters, you know, different things like that I think would make it really, really cool. You know, only 1 DPS, you know, things like that, you know, maybe all rares, all epics, you know, things like that will make the game, I think, a lot better. More variety that we could do, and it'll give us another reason to stay logged into the game and play PvP. So the next thing we're going to talk about today is going to be for the special events. So this isn't really a big topic, just I did want to throw this out here. Just that I feel going forward, first of all, we can't do it, but when you guys had all these points to exchange and you were going to hit claim, right? You had to hit it every single time for every 250 points you had. And when you have like 65,000, 70,000 points, you're just doing this. Tapping for, you know, probably 10, 15 minutes. That's kind of ridiculous. They just need to have a claim all. They all go to your inbox. So me personally, I do not open up all my stamina. Like, for instance, I'll show you guys. I have all this stamina, and a lot of it's permanent. So the ones that are 5 and 6 days, obviously I'm going to use that stuff first, right? But they do need to make it so I can claim everything, put it in my inbox, figure out what I want to open right now, figure out what I want to save, so on and so forth. That way, we're not spending just an obscene amount of time doing that for no reason, really. So I feel that's something that really needs to be addressed as far as the special events go. So that way we're not having to constantly keep clicking forever into infinity. So that's one of my main issues that I have overall with that. So let's go into the next thing, which is going to be actually Infusion. So for me, just like we have for the banners, right, where you guys can click on rate, you guys can see all the different things. They just need to add a button down here at the bottom here that says Elune like list or Elune rate. Show us what the rate of fusion is for a rare to an epic. Show us what the rate, or even going all the way down to commons if you guys want to. But honestly, the only thing that really matters is from rare to epic and then epic to legendary. Let us know what the rate is for a rare hero to turn into an epic, and let us know what the rate of an epic hero is to turn into a legendary. It could still be 2%, but I feel overall that the rare to change into an epic is significantly higher than epic. It may be like 5%, if I had to guess, of a rare hero being able to be turned into an epic. And then for an epic hero to turn into a legend could probably be like 1 or 2%. But we do have this whole system, obviously with the mileage system, where you guys are going to be able to, once you guys hit that, 45 of 45, 60 of 60, 30 of 30, 20 of 20, and so on and so forth, of that you can then guarantee get that class up of one class higher from the rarity you are fusing. But the other big thing, which is the main topic, is what I want to see is not only the rate, but what heroes are possibly to be fused for every class. So I want to know exactly when, like for instance, Karu is going to be in the fusion pool. I shouldn't have to wait for an update from the CMs or from the forums to know when. Just show us when they're there. That way, there's no kind of mystery of like, oh, I'm going to fuse my 2 Arslans or my 2 Bones or my 2 Carolines or whatever right now. Then I want to know, do I have a possibility to get Karu? Do I have a possibility to get, Rachel in a couple weeks or Trent in a couple weeks? Let us know that. That way we're not like left guessing of like what truly is like the big problem of like letting us know what's in the fusion pool, just like you do in the banners. There's really no difference of that. So they need to do that for sure. Then the other big thing that I did want to talk about is the definitely for Trent. So the boss battle is the big problem, and I feel this has been the big decline for the game recently. Of where we've noticed a big dip in player base is definitely going to be on Trent, where I want to see some big balancing changes for this. I think they need to do a lot more thought into just putting out content of like actually feel something that's attainable. Don't feel like, yeah, we don't want the same system where it's like Chloe just locks everything down and one-shots everything, but we do want, it be somewhat attainable as opposed to purely RNG to beat Trent. Even if you're a whale and you have like +5 of like all the legends and most of the epics, they definitely need to take out the RNG in Trent. Between, how hard they hit, that you have to have like double barriers up between Weiwei and a Freya or something to that extent. And then you also then have to then hit insanely hard to be able to clear out the mobs, because if the Trent then respawns, then they can remove all your buffs and you have to start over, and it takes insanely long. You're talking about 30 to 40 minutes a run. It's just insane. They definitely need to work on rescaling that. And then I'm going to segue that also into the Chaos Tower. I've tried 5 runs in a row, and I just wanted to see if it was RNG, but you have to have, I would say, minimum of like +3 to 5 all legend heroes with optimal gear, probably to clear 51. That or your speed just has to be insanely high. And what doesn't make sense to me, I can't even look on it now, but when I went into 51, the enemy speeds were like 107. All my guys are like speed like 123 to 137. And they still all attacked before me on floor 51 and just one-shotted my whole team. Or one-shotted like 2 of my key units and I just failed to run. So Chaos definitely needs to be reworked because I'm only at 51. I'm not even at 60 yet. And we got to go all the way to 66. So obviously if we check in the ranks and stuff, there have been some people that cleared it, but this guy looks like he's like a modder or something. Yeah, level 24, so that guy's a hacker. Or no, that's season 1. Why is it showing? Okay, I don't know why that guy's up top. That's so random. But anyway, like Fornax, Rayman, like, yeah, we have some people that have cleared 66. So, what is it? Only 9 people. No, not even. Yeah, about 9 people in the whole server have cleared 66, it looks like. And then it dips off. So even in the top, what is it, 50? The top 50 are only about getting through the 51 to where I'm about at. So yeah, they definitely need to rework Chaos Tower. Like, I appreciate they wanted to make it harder because we could auto the first season, but they need to find a balance where it's like, okay, this is way too easy, and then this is way too hard. They need to meet us somewhere in the middle, or like 60% to the hard. You like not go super crazy to where it's almost untainable unless you've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on the game, or you're modding or something like that. But they need to make it a little harder, so it's just not like I can just auto everything. We don't want it to be a complete idle game, right? But they need to just find that really good median to work that out. So that's going to be my top 5 things that I want to see improved or looked at in the game overall, that I could come up with today. Now, if you guys have anything else you guys want to add, please let me know in the comment section down below, and I will definitely post those into the Discord of all the different CMs that I speak to throughout the week. That way you guys can get your opinions and voices heard. And if you guys did enjoy today's video, make sure you guys drop a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell if you guys are new, because you know YouTube doesn't like to show you guys my videos sometimes. So fight the power on that. And thank you guys so much for watching once again. This is your boy Eze the Gamer, and I'll see you guys in the next Elune video. Peace out, guys.